Ladies and gentlemen, we must discuss something involving LeBron James, Rich Paul, Steph Curry. I know that everybody has gotten this story. I'm trying to figure out how this even came out, but we all know Rich Paul, Clutch Sports, LeBron. These guys know how to stick their nose in the national headlines. I guess since the Olympics is over, it's time for LeBron to take over news once again, and here comes Rich Paul and company. Seriously, why is this even relevant, at this point? But it is what it is. But according to Mark Stein, LeBron James' agent, pretty much jumped in the middle of him headed to Golden State. And I do remember some rumblings like that was around, but it wasn't that too severe. It almost felt like it was a rumor that he possibly could be teaming up with Steph Curry. But it is what it is. Rich Paul, he just wasn't having it. And I'm surprised, because to get LeBron some more championships, it seemed like they would do anything to get it done. But it is what it is at the end of the day. It is believed that the Lakers would have reluctantly entertained the trade conversation with the Warriors before last February trade deadline if James wanted them to seriously engage with the Golden State Warriors. So basically, from these reports, it's basically telling you that the ball was all in LeBron James' court. That's what it's telling me. So it's an interesting situation. On that front. But it is what it is at the end of the day. LeBron James, man, could have been very well a Golden State Warrior, but clearly we'll never know. But it is what it is at the end of the day, man. These guys could have been, a great tandem. You you got Steph shooting, you got LeBron, and it seems like these two always was a match made in heaven. But what version of LeBron? I mean, obviously, prime LeBron and Steph Curry would have just been magical. These two, to me personally, they're each other's greatest rival. And I've seen LeBron with a lot of rivals. I've seen a lot of stars try to become his greatest rival. I've seen the media try to push, this guy to be his greatest. But these two have met in the finals, a couple of times. It's went back and forth, and everything that would allude to a rivalry, these guys embody. So you got to give these guys major credit and props, on that front. So at the end of the day, man, it's all about just like I said, they got to get it done, you know. And that's the Lakers and the Warriors. It seems like they all are in a tough spot right now, because it seems like the Lakers may never win another one, and you got the Golden State Warriors. They just lost Clay, so they both kind of is looking at each other like, hey, you remember the good old days? So it is believed that the Lakers, supposedly was gonna would have possibly entertained that, but it was in LeBron and Rich Paul's court. But it says that sources say that reported talks between the teams at the time never got that far, in large part because of James' agent, Rich Paul, was adamantly opposed to the idea of LeBron James swapping Southern California for Northern California. James moving north would have been just crazy. One of the most celebrated athletes of the 21st century, joining the rival with whom he is most closely associated. That's what Rich Paul said, according to Mark Stein, considered how that would have looked and didn't like what he saw. Sources said Rich Paul implored both teams to scrap the concept, largely because he wanted to insulate James from potential backlash of switching teams for the fourth time in his career. Because that would have been devastating. We all know LeBron James. He coined this whole situation with the super teams. Obviously, you go to the Celtics, but LeBron took it. He remixed it. He took it to another notch. When the Boston Celtics and these guys came together, they was in the twilight of their career. LeBron James remixed it to the point where you have guys before they even enter their prime. When they enter their prime, that's when they trying to form these mega super teams, and that's what LeBron James brought to the NBA. And a lot of people are upset about that because, like I said, it did shift the balance of power. The balance of power is completely wrecked, in my opinion. It's definitely different. Since LeBron remixing the Kevin Durant, like I said, he just poured gasoline on it, just straight up. But Steph Curry, man, these guys got to make their beds and lay in it, man. They've been dominating the league for so long. It's time to just let these other guys get it. Especially if they're not going to get a team around them. It doesn't make sense them trying to click up and do this, and this. They had their time. LeBron was getting to the finals every year. They might as well name the finals award after him because he was getting there so much. Steph Curry revitalizing shooting. I mean, all of these things mean something at the end of the day. So gotta give major props, to him, Steph and company and these guys and everything that they've been able to bring to the table because it has been truly, astonishing. I must admit, so give them major props, man. But it's flight sports. We're gonna be documenting this, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are gonna have opinions. So get in the comment section and let's talk. But LeBron James not going to the Warriors was good. I don't think he could have survived the KD criticism. That may have buried him. People are already taking him and removing him out of the Jordan conversation. But a situation with him joining, that team, I mean, come on, that could be potentially the end of his career. So give major props to Rich Paul for intercepting that and making sure that didn't happen because people, and I'm going to be real with you, a lot of criticism towards LeBron to me is not fair because we kind of look at this version of LeBron. We're not going to the Miami LeBron, the LeBron before Miami, so LeBron is becoming a meme, a joke, just a sideshow, it seems like for the NBA. When he loses is a big story. Anything silly he say is a big story. Just for him moving the kid out the way so he didn't sign an autograph, that just made national headline. So this is what LeBron James does, man. And Rich Paul and these guys, they want to dominate the headlines. So I don't understand why this is even relevant. This is so old. You understand when this occurred? Why are we bringing this back up? But it's neither here nor there. We're going to get into it, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, most definitely hit the subscribe button. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. Peace and love.